Carlos Alcaraz's coach reveals his greatest secret. Did you know that Carlos Alcaraz is not only continuing to rack up titles but is also breaking records at just 22 years old? After his latest victory at the ATP 500 in Doha, the Mercian once again demonstrated why he is considered the world number one and a phenomenon in modern tennis. Samuel Lopez has spoken about his triumph, breaking down the secrets behind Carlitos' unstoppable performance. Today, we will discover what makes Alcaraz practically unbeatable, how he handles pressure, and the numbers that accompany his incredible career. The Spaniard not only takes the title but also a monetary prize that reflects his status on the circuit. Between his playing style, discipline, and mindset, Alcaraz continues to leave the competition behind. We will analyze, with precise details and expert opinions like those of Samuel Lopez, how a young man from El Palmar has become the benchmark of world tennis and what keys he has followed to conquer Doha and remain undefeated this season. Samuel Lopez has highlighted that Alcaraz's mentality is a decisive factor in his success. From the moment he steps on the court, Carlos shows a concentration and confidence that few players can match. According to Lopez, the ability to stay focused on every point and not let minor errors affect his performance is what allows him to dominate high-level rivals like Arthur Fils. Additionally, his physical preparation is exceptional, giving him an advantage in intense matches and allowing him to maintain a high pace while surprising opponents with precise shots that confuse any professional player on the circuit. Another point that Samuel Lopez emphasizes is Alcaraz's tactical maturity. Despite his youth, he knows how to perfectly read his opponent's game, adjusting his strategy point by point. This is reflected not only in his ability to vary spins and ball speeds but also in how he handles critical moments in a set. Lopez points out that Carlitos' ability to anticipate movements and choose the right shot gives him a psychological edge over opponents, who feel that the Spaniard always has a plan. This combination of mind and body allows him to perform at his best even in demanding tournaments like Doha. Samuel Lopez also highlights the consistency Alcaraz maintains throughout the season. Winning 2 consecutive tournaments, Melbourne and Doha, is no coincidence. It is the result of an extremely disciplined daily routine, both on and off the court. Carlos trains rigorously, rests adequately, and focuses on physical and technical aspects that many young players neglect. This consistency ensures that his level of play barely fluctuates, and opponents perceive him as a difficult wall to overcome. For Lopez, this is one of the main reasons Carlitos remains undefeated at the start of the year. Furthermore, Lopez points out Alcaraz's emotional management as a key to his success. Being able to handle the pressure of being the world number one and staying calm against talented opponents is a trait that sets him apart from other players his age. The way he celebrates his victories and acknowledges his rivals, as he did with Fils in Doha, demonstrates his emotional balance and respect for the game. This mental control allows him to recover quickly from difficult moments during a match and maintain consistent performance without succumbing to the stress or frustration that often affects young players. Samuel Lopez has also emphasized Alcaraz's versatile playing style. He combines power, speed, and intelligent tennis that can adapt to any surface or opponent. His ability to change pace, move quickly around the court, and execute spectacular shots under pressure makes him an extremely difficult player to beat. Lopez notes that this versatility is one of the secrets explaining why the Mercian dominates ATP 500 tournaments and Grand Slams, surpassing more experienced players who might be considered favorites. Each victory reinforces his reputation as a complete competitor. Finally, Lopez highlights that the combination of youth, talent, and early experience makes Alcaraz a phenomenon. At just 22 years old, he has accumulated 26 ATP titles, including 7 Grand Slams, and earnings exceeding $63 million. In Doha, he earned $529,945 and 500 more ranking points, while his rival Fils took $285,095 and 330 points. For Lopez, these figures reflect not only economic success but also the global impact Alcaraz has achieved, solidifying himself as the absolute benchmark of world tennis. Samuel Lopez has also explained how Alcaraz's psychological preparation makes a difference in his performance. From a young age, he has worked with coaches and sports psychologists who help him channel his energy and maintain concentration in decisive matches. According to Lopez, this preparation allows him to approach finals with serenity and confidence, even when opponents are at their best. This ability to control emotions under pressure is vital, especially in high-category tournaments like the ATP 500 in Doha, where every point can change the dynamics of the match and the player's morale. Another key aspect Lopez points out is the tactical discipline Carlos applies during training and tournaments. He doesn't limit himself to executing shots but analyzes statistics, studies opponents, and adjusts his strategy in real time. In Doha, this discipline allowed him to neutralize Fils' strengths and dominate every exchange, winning in 50 minutes without dropping a set. Lopez emphasizes that this level of analysis and adaptation is unusual for players his age, which explains why Carlitos continues to maintain a consistent performance on the circuit and why each victory reinforces his position as world number one. Lopez has also highlighted the importance of Alcaraz's resilience against injuries and physical challenges. Throughout his career, he has known how to overcome difficult moments and return stronger. This not only earns respect on the circuit but also allows him to handle demanding matches without compromising his performance. His ability to stay fit and recover quickly is one of the pillars of his success, and for Samuel Lopez, this physical and mental resilience is what separates a good player from a truly dominant one today. Moreover, Lopez emphasizes Alcaraz's humility and emotional intelligence both on and off the court. His gesture toward Fils in Doha, acknowledging the Frenchman's effort despite a clear victory, demonstrates maturity and respect, values that Lopez considers fundamental for developing a complete champion. This attitude not only strengthens his public image but also helps maintain a positive environment in the locker room and on the circuit, facilitating his growth as a player and leader in modern tennis. Samuel Lopez also underlines the importance of ranking consistency and point accumulation. With the victory in Doha, Alcaraz gains 500 points and secures his number one position until the start of the clay court season. Lopez explains that the gap with Sinner and Djokovic is so wide that the Spaniard can approach upcoming tournaments with peace of mind, allowing him to focus on improving technical and physical aspects without the immediate pressure of losing the crown. This strategic advantage reinforces his dominance and ensures his leadership on the circuit for months. Finally, Lopez emphasizes that the combination of natural talent, constant work, and a winning mentality is what makes Alcaraz unique. Every tournament he wins, every record he breaks, and every gesture of respect toward his rivals build the image of a complete champion. Doha is another example of his absolute dominance, undefeated in the season, with a 12-0 record and play that impresses both experts and fans. For Samuel Lopez, Carlitos is not only the number one but also a model of professionalism and discipline in world tennis. Carlos Alcaraz demonstrated in Doha, with a clear victory over Arthur Fils, that his success is no coincidence. Samuel Lopez highlights his mentality, discipline, adaptability, and resilience as the keys that keep him undefeated and at the top of the ATP ranking. Every victory reflects constant work and comprehensive preparation that encompasses technical, physical, and emotional aspects. His management of pressure and respect for his rivals consolidate him as a complete champion, capable of dominating any tournament he enters. Furthermore, the numbers support his performance: 26 ATP titles, 7 Grand Slams, and over $63 million in earnings at 22 years old. The victory in Doha gave him $529,945 and 500 additional ranking points, securing his number one position until the clay court season. For Samuel Lopez, these results reflect that Alcaraz combines talent, effort, and strategy, remaining far ahead of his competitors and establishing himself as an absolute benchmark in world tennis.